Hi my loves, I hope you are all keeping well. So this is my first class in quite some time and it's going to be focused on our core today, so a really good core burn. You won't need any equipment, just a yoga mat, but if you use blocks in your practice, you're more than welcome to use those. If anyone is working with any injuries, just be very mindful of your body, listen to your body. If a particular pose doesn't feel quite right, just come out of it, come down to a nice child's pose, take a breath and then come back whenever you're ready. So, if we want to start, come down onto your mat. We're going to begin in Supta Baddha Konasana. So sit your bum down on your mat, soles of the feet to touch, knees go wide. Lying down, taking one hand on the belly, one hand onto the heart, gently closing down the eyes. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and part the lips, sigh out of the mouth. Just taking these first few moments of class to come down onto our mat, to tune our awareness inward, to start to focus on our breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing the rise and fall of the belly and the chest, of the collarbones as we inhale and exhale. Starting to close down the mouth, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Inhale and exhaling. Just a few more breaths before we get started, team. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more like this, my loves. Inhaling and exhaling. Start to draw the knees together and into the chest. Feel free to keep the eyes closed at this point, taking hold of the shins and just gently rocking from side to side, feeling that compression into our hip flexors. Massaging out that lower spine before we get started today. Taking circles of the knees in one direction and then the other. Bringing the knees back to center, taking the hands behind the knees onto the backs of the thighs, and we're gently going to rock and roll forward and back along the mat. Always fun. Just a few times together, enough momentum to come up to seat, keeping those feet lifted if we can, coming into our boat pose. If it's too much to keep the feet off the ground, feel free to place them back down on the mat, staying in that nice V-sit position there. Feeling that core start to warm up there. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale here, and on our next exhale, gently starting to lower just a little bit, maybe even extending those legs into our extended boat pose. Inhaling, coming up, and exhaling, slightly lowering down. Woo! Embracing the shapes. Inhale, coming up. Last time, exhale, extending out. Inhale, holding for one last breath in our boat pose, and exhale, lowering the feet down, cross the feet over, rolling forward into our tabletop, bringing the hands directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips, nice long spine. As we inhale, we're going to drop the belly, open the heart forward, lifting the gaze. Just rolling through a few cats and cows at the pace of our breath. And as we exhale, drawing the navel into the spine, rounding through that back, dropping the head. Inhale, coming forward, lifting the heart to the sky. And as we exhale, rounding through the back, tucking that tailbone under. Just a few more here at the pace of our breath, team. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel free to take any wiggles from side to side. Just feeling into our body today, whatever feels good for you in this space. On your next inhale, team, coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to lift that right arm, extending it forward. In opposition, extending the left leg behind us, nice and long through that body, feeling the energy extend beyond the fingertips and the toes. Inhaling to lengthen, and as we exhale, drawing the elbow and the knee together, crunching through that core. Inhale, extending out, and exhale, squeeze through that abdominal. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale, and exhale, squeeze the elbow knee together, hold for a count of 3, 2, 1, and gently place back down onto the mat. Second side, reaching that left arm forward, right leg back. Inhale to lengthen here, team, and exhale, drawing that knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, squeeze. Last time, my loves. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze, hold for a count of 3, 2, 1, and release back down onto the mat. Well done, team. Tucking those toes under, pressing firmly into the mat through those hands. We're going to take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, gently hover those knees above the mat, just about an inch. Starting to fire up again through that midline, maybe even feeling into the shoulders, starting to really fire up that core now. Not here for long, my loves, just for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, pike those hips to the sky for our downward facing dog, our Adho Mukha Shavasana. First downward dog of the practice, my love, so feel free to take any movements that feel good for you today. Pedaling out through the feet, lifting one heel at a time, just stretching all the way down that back body. Moving mindfully with the breath here, team. Hands roughly shoulder distance apart, feet about hip width apart. Really lifting those seat bones all the way to the sky, drawing the navel into the spine. Nice and long through that back line of the body. Come to find some stillness in our downward facing dog. We're just going to take one cleansing breath here, team. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Gently start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Take a soft bend into the knees. Let the chest rest onto the thighs. Releasing through that neck in our gentle forward fold, our Uttasana. Taking hold of opposite elbows if that feels good for you today. Feel free to gently sway from side to side. Again, just starting to waken up the back of the body. Feels a nice release into that lower spine. Maybe gently nodding the head yes, and shaking the head no. Just releasing all tension through that neck and upper back. Inhaling and exhaling here, team. Releasing the hands onto the mat. Take a deep bend through those knees and start to slowly roll up through the spine. Head is the last thing to come up. When you arrive at the top, inhale, take a big shoulder roll back, and exhale, draw those shoulders down the back of the spine. Bringing your big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, arms down by your sides into Tadasana. Just gently close down the eyes. We'll take a little moment here just to establish our center. Feeling rooted through all corners of the feet. Pulling up the kneecaps to engage the thighs. Pulling up through our pelvic floor, our core. Soft rib cage. Open across the shoulders. Nice long spine. Feeling the energy extend beyond the crown of the head and simultaneously rooted down into the earth. Inhaling our arms overhead. And as you exhale, drop that right arm down, lifting up and over to the right hand side, feeling a gorgeous stretch down that left hand side of the body. Inhale to come up. And just switch it out to the other side, dropping that left arm down. Exhaling up and over to the left. Inhale, reaching both arms up overhead. Maybe a slight back bend if that feels good for you. And exhale, we forward fold, team. Inhale, lifting up halfway, long spine here. Exhale, we forward fold. Gently start to walk out to a plank position. Again, rooting firmly through those hands into the earth. Long through that body. Feeling the core firing up. Inhale. And as we exhale, team, we're going to lower all the way down to the mat in one long line, keeping those elbows tucked into the rib cage. Untuck those toes, keeping the hands slightly under our shoulders. We're going to inhale, squeezing the shoulder blades together, coming up for Cobra. And exhale, lowering back down. Two more like this, my loves. Inhale for Cobra. And exhale, lower to the mat. This time, hover those hands above the mat, really firing through that back line, building some strength and heat into those muscles. And exhale, lowering down. Press into the mat through the fingers, pushing up for our Urdhva Mukha Shavasana, our upward facing dog. And exhale, piking those hips to the sky for our downward facing dog. Well done, team. Just taking a couple of cleansing breaths here before we really begin. Inhaling through the nose and exhale out the mouth. One more like this, my loves. Inhale and exhale. Let's get to it, team. Inhale, reaching that right leg to the sky. And exhale, coming forward, drawing that knee into the nose. Squeezing through the core. Inhale for three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping that right foot in between the hands, lowering the left knee to the mat. Untuck the toes. Inhaling, reaching up, lifting the arms overhead for our Vinyasa, our low lunge. Keeping that right knee tracking over the ankle, feeling a nice stretch across the front of that left leg into the hip flexor. Reaching the arms high to the sky, energy beyond the fingertips. Inhaling here, team. And as we exhale, bring the hands to prayer heart center. We're going to twist and hook that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Starting to feel a nice twist through that core. Well done, team. On our next inhale, if it feels good, untuck the back toes, lift that left knee for our twisted high lunge. Woo! Starting to feel the burn in that right outer thigh. Not here for long, team. One last breath here. Inhale and exhale. Releasing the hands down onto the mat to frame the front foot. Inhaling, reaching the arms overhead, coming up for our high crescent lunge this time. Inhale here, team. And on our next exhale, twisting open to that right hand side, making sure to keep square across those hips. Just gently reaching back for that left knee. Reaching the left arm to the sky. Squeezing those legs together for stability. Well done, team. And exhale, windmilling the hands down to frame that front foot. Stepping back for our high plank. Rooting down into that left hand. Coming onto the outer edge of our left foot. Peel open that right arm to the sky. We're coming in for our side plank here, team. Doing so well. Any variation that works for you. You may want to stay here, lift a leg, even drop back into wild thing if that feels good, team. Just here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back to plank pose, flowing through our vinyasa, lowering down halfway for our chaturanga in one long line. Inhaling for our upward facing dog and exhaling for our downward facing dog. Straight away, my loves, on the second side, inhale, left leg to the sky and exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, team. Stepping that left foot in between the hands. Dropping that back knee down. Inhaling, rising up for Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. This time keeping that left knee tracking over the ankle and that gorgeous stretch through the front of that right thigh. Coming back to our breath here, team. Inhaling and exhaling. On our next exhale, we're going to bring our hands to prayer at heart center, hooking that right elbow this time to the outside of our left knee, taking a gentle twist in our low lunge here. Really feeling the twist come from the core. Feeling our heart space pulling round towards the left. Well done, team. Tuck the back toes under. Start to lift that right knee for our twisted high lunge. Not here for much longer, team. I know that it's burning. You're doing so well. Just 3, 2, 1. Releasing those hands down. Remaining rooted in our lunge position. We inhale up for our high crescent. Woo. here, team. And as we exhale, this time twisting round to the left. Again, keeping square through our hips to the top of the mat. And just gently releasing that left hand down to the back of the right leg. Reaching that right arm to the sky. Last breath here. And exhale, we windmill down to frame that left foot. This time coming onto the outer edge of our right foot, team. Peeling the left hand to the sky for our side plank variation. Keep squeezing through that core, loves. Not here for long, just one more breath. And exhale, coming back to plank, flowing through our vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Well done, team. One cleansing breath here before we start our next flow. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling, sigh out of the mouth. Inhale, right leg to the sky, team. And exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to left elbow this time. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Extending that right leg, opening up for our fallen triangle. Inhale and exhale. Can we even hover that right foot off the floor? Woo! Just for 3, 2, 1. Gorgeous, team. Stepping that right foot in between the hands. Coming up for our warrior 2. Our back foot at a 90-degree angle. Firm through that right leg, outward spiraling of that thigh to protect our knee, tracking over the toes. Extending the arms out in opposite direction, feeling the energy extend beyond those fingertips. Gorgeous, team. Feeling powerful in our Virabhadrasana 2, our warrior 2, like the warriors we are. Inhaling, flipping the palms, reaching up and back for a reverse warrior. And as we exhale, coming forward, taking the right elbow to the right knee, reaching that left arm overhead for our extended side angle. For an extra bit of core burn, team, start to extend that right arm overhead. Woo! You've got this, my loves. Not here for long. Last breath here. Inhale, reaching back up, extending through that front leg for our reverse triangle. And exhale, windmill those arms forward, framing the front foot. Reaching that right leg high to the sky for a 3-legged dog. Exhale, come forward, maybe even keep that right foot lifted for a 3-legged vinyasa. Good, team. Inhaling for upward facing dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. Gorgeous, team. Straight away, inhale that left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to right elbow this time. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Extending through that left leg, opening up for our fallen triangle on the second side. Maybe even extending that left leg off the floor for that extra little oblique burn. Good, team. Just here for 3. Coming out of your fallen triangle, my love, stepping that left foot in between the hands, grounding down through that right foot. Inhaling up for warrior 2 on the second side, my loves. Really grounding down through all corners of the feet. outwardly spiraling through that left leg, keeping that knee tracking over the ankle, extending the energy beyond the fingertips in both directions, feeling really rooted into the earth in this position. Inhaling, flipping the palms, reaching up and back for a reverse warrior team. And as we exhale, coming forward for our extended side angle. Again, if you took it on the other side, reaching that left arm overhead. Woo! Really squeezing through that side core. Well done, team. Not here for much longer, I promise. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reaching up, extending through that left leg for a reverse triangle. And as we exhale, windmilling the arms down to frame that left foot. Inhale, reaching that left leg to the sky. Exhale, coming forward, maybe our three-legged vinyasa today. Inhale for upward facing dog. And exhale for our downward facing dog. Gorgeous, team. Woo! Taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. One more cleansing breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. Gently dropping the knees down to the mat. Coming onto our bums, sweeping those legs forward. Any forward fold of your choice today, teams. That might just be our regular Paschimottanasana. You might opt for butterfly, our Baddha Konasana, or maybe even our dragonfly, our wide-legged forward fold. Just take whatever feels good for you today, my loves. Feeling the fleshy parts of our bum to the side, so we're nice and rooted tall through those sit bones. Reaching the arms up overhead and exhale up and forward for our forward fold. The hard part's over, team. Just starting to wind our practice down. One last breath here, my loves. Inhale, slowly start to roll up through the spine. Scooting the bum in towards the heels. We're going to slowly lower down onto the mat for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5. Feeling that core there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just before we release, we're going to do very quickly some nice bicycle crunches. I lied when I was saying the hard part's over. One last set of 10 counts. So we're going to bring opposite knee to opposite elbow and extending through the other leg for 1 and change. 2 and change. Good, team. 3, 4, keep breathing. Halfway. 5, 6, 7, almost there, my loves. 8, 9, 10. Hug the knees in tight. Woo. And release. Well done, team. Crossing that right ankle over the left knee. Feeding the hands through the gap. Holding onto the back of the left leg for a reclined pigeon. Feeling a really nice stretch into that right hip. Well done, team. And release, crossing that right knee over, scooting the hips over to the right of the mat, and just letting the knees gently fall over to the left. If the cross legs is too much for you, just gently unwind them. That's okay. Keeping both shoulders onto the mat where possible. Maybe even turning the head over towards that right hand. Well done today, team. Inhale, bringing the knees back up to center, just switching it out. Left foot over right knee for reclined pigeon on the left hand side. Keeping a flexed foot on that left leg, just to protect our knee joint. Breathing deeply into that outer left hip to create more space. And release, team, crossing the leg over, this time hips to the left, and just dropping those knees over to the right for a reclined twist on the other side. Almost there, my loves. Last deep breath in this space. Inhale, drawing those knees back up to center. Unwind, pulling the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the shins, maybe lifting the head, giving yourself one last squeeze. Inhale and exhale. Just let it all go. Extending the legs and the arms down for our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Just allowing the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Maybe even closing down the eyes. Just feeling really relaxed in this posture. Just no effort. Very little muscle engagement. Allowing your body to soak up all the benefits of your practice today, all of your hard work. As if you're lying in a bed of the comfiest blankets and cushions. And on every exhale, you just feel yourself melting deeper and deeper into the earth. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana as long as you can if you have nothing else to do for the rest of today. But if you're coming with me, start to invite gentle movement into the body, just wiggling through the toes, the fingers, maybe rocking the head from side to side. Take a nice big inhale, reaching those arms overhead for a gorgeous full body stretch. Exhale, just draw the knees in gently to the chest, rolling over onto one side, whichever feels comfortable for you today. Just taking a moment in our fetal position, keeping the eyes closed if we can. Just a moment to recenter, a moment for rebirth. And when you are ready, team, very gently roll up to find a comfortable seated position. Bringing our hands together at heart center. We're going to take one last breath together, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Bringing the thumbs to the space between the brows or third eye center. The light and love within me honors, recognizes and appreciates the light and love in every single one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for today, team, for all of your hard work. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Lots of love.